Southeast Palm Bay has been on fire, and it's one of the most up-and-coming areas on the entire Space Coast. Today, we're gonna be checking out one of the newest communities in the area now known as Emerald Lakes. Let's go. We are in Cypress Bay. This is one of DR Horton's newest developments here on the Space Coast. And this area that we are in is known as, or it's now known as, Emerald Lakes. It's gotten a lot of buzz recently. It's right off of the 166 exit off 95, which is the Southeast St. John's Heritage Parkway. And Emerald Lakes is essentially a giant crystal lagoon master plan development that's coming in. We don't know exactly when that construction is going to start, but that's essentially adjacent to right where we are at the moment. There's also another huge master plan development, Waterstone, that's adjacent to this area as well. So respectively, this area has gained a lot of attention and a lot of buzz. So what we're going to do is we're going to go inside, we're going to check out Cypress Bay, we're going to talk about home prices, the types of homes you can get, cost of ownership, and a little bit more. I'll see you there. So we are in the southernmost part of Brevard County. Essentially, the next exit off of 95 is going to be that Sebastian Fellsmere exit, which is 156, which is really only 15 minutes south of where we're at. So to give you a little bit more proximity, Sebastian Inlet State Park is about 27 miles. So if you want to drive there from here, you're about 35 to 40 minutes. Now this area is that Emerald Lakes area that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. That's this new master plan development, Crystal Lagoon, that's coming in right here at the intersection of 95 and St. John's Heritage Parkway Southeast. We don't know exactly when that development's gonna start, but it's gonna bring a ton of new commerce to the area. I think it's really gonna make property value spike, which right now is one of the, it's one of the biggest draws to this part of Palm Bay is the amount of home you can get for the money. So if you guys want to stay in the loop on everything that's going on, definitely make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So when we do have that information, those videos released, you'll be the first to know. So in terms of proximity, let's take one of the county's major employers, for example. We'll talk about Northrop Grumman. Their south campus on Babcock Road is approximately 13 miles from where we're at. So if we're talking drive time, that's gonna be about a 20-minute commute. Now the closest Publix is gonna be the Publix that's in Bayside Lakes. At the moment, that's 6.5 miles away, which is gonna be about a 15-minute drive. And as far as Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, all the other big box retailers, those are gonna be further north off of Malabar Road. That's gonna be about 9 miles from here. So you're talking maybe 15, 20-minute drive. Now there is a brand new Publix that's being developed. It's actually right at the front entrance of the community. At the time that we're filming this is June 2023. I personally think it's probably gonna be about 9 to 12 months before that's finished. So at the current moment, you've got about a 15-minute drive to your grocery. Once that Publix is done, that's gonna bring in all types of other retail dining opportunities, and that's gonna literally be within walking distance to the community. So Cypress Bay, as I mentioned, is a DR Horton community. The current phase of the community it's pretty much closed out. Now they are building a sister community, which is right across the road over in Waterstone. That's gonna be Cypress Bay West. And then there's also going to be Cypress Bay Freedom over in the Waterstone area, which is going to be an active adult community. I would say within probably the next 6 months, they're gonna start releasing inventory there as well. So there's still lots of development that's coming to the area. Now, Waterstone is another master plan community. There's a variety of different builders that are there, including DR Horton. You've got Landsea, KB Home, Adams Home, and Miranda. Now, if you guys want more information about what's available, definitely reach out. We would love to help you with that. I've got our contact information down in the description. You can call, text, or email. If HOA living isn't your thing, there's still multiple local builders that are building on scatter lots here in the area that are probably less than 5 minutes from where we're at. And essentially, a scatter lot means that it's not part of a planned development. So if you guys want information on that, we'd love to help you with that as well. So the amenities here in Cypress Bay are going to include the gated entry. There is a community pool, and there's also a playground. So make sure you guys stick around a little bit longer because I am going to talk more about what the community fees are and more about cost of ownership here in Cypress Bay. So one of the things that I like about this DR Horton community specifically is they've given their base level product a little bit higher end of a finish. So you'll notice that All the driveways are brick paver drives. You've got other features in the home that include, granite in the kitchen, which isn't always standard with DR. They are including refrigerators here. I think the upper cabinets are 36, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they're 42, but they do have crown molding. So you are getting a slightly higher level of finish from a baseline product in this community. As far as the variety of homes here, there's 6 different floor plans that DR Horton built, ranging between 1 and 2 stories. And those are going to be as small as just under 1,500 square feet to as large as 2,600 square feet. Cost of ownership here in Cypress Bay. Let's start off with the HOA. The HOA is extremely reasonable in my opinion. It comes in at $210 per quarter. So if you want to break that down onto a monthly cost, you're looking at $70 a month or $840 for the year. Now, if you're wondering what your property taxes would be, I would say a very safe way to estimate property taxes, especially on new construction, because when you look at these, they're always assessed at what the original land value was. So it's not always easy to know what your taxes are going to be. I would say a very safe way to do that is estimate 1.5% as your potential property tax cost. Now, that's not factoring in any homestead portability or other exemptions. As far as insurance is concerned, new construction, it's no secret, I've talked about it a lot. That's probably the best thing you could do to save money on insurance. A very conservative estimate on something like this would be about $1,200 a year. We've got clients that have gotten insurance for well under that. They've been anywhere between $800 to $1,000 for a home similar to this. And if you're wondering what the pricing is going to be, these homes are starting right now about $330,000, and they're going upwards of the 400s, depending on multiple things, whether it's on a water view, the size of the home, and any types of extra upgrades. So as far as opportunity goes, I've talked before about why I think new construction is such a good opportunity. It's usually going to be in the beginning phases of a community or throughout the process, buying quick move-ins, because those also have lots of incentives. And then the third, which is not always the most common, is going to be during the final closeout phase. Usually the builders are extremely motivated to move properties, and there's all types of additional incentives that I usually see, including lower interest rate, additional money to buy down your interest rate, closing costs paid, you name it. I've seen all kinds of different things. This particular home that we're standing in front of right now, this is called the Aria model. This is one of DR Horton's more popular single-story floor plans. This particular one is situated on the water, and it's got a beautiful water view. If you want to see what it actually looks like on the inside, then check out this video right here. I'll see you there.